Hi everybody, this is Maurice. Today I'm going to show you how to make a very comfortable and breathable face mask with the elastic that goes around the head. I've been making quite a few face masks, but this face mask that I'm going to make is very breathable. Um, the first mask that I made was just a flat face mask, and it's just so close to my nose, and it's really hard for me to breathe, especially if when I'm go out walking. So this face mask that I'm going to make is easier to breathe because there's a little bit of distance between the mask and the nose. Also, the strap that I'm going to use is adjustable. And I have another video, you can watch it, where I'm making the same similar mask, but the elastic is around ears. But this particular video is, if you want to give your ears a break, and you want to have the elastic around your head, most people that work all day in a restaurant, they probably don't want to, their ears hurt. So this would be a good idea. Also, watch the end of this video because I'm going to show you how to organize your face masks, especially if you have a big family. A lot of times when your husband or you go out and you wear your face mask and you come home, you leave your face mask in your purse, or your kids leave it in their backpack, or your husband leaves it in the car, and the following day they use the same dirty face mask. So I got an idea how to make it easier for everybody, and especially for you. It's not easy to keep reminding everybody to replace their face mask. So at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how I did it, and it's very simple. It's less effort. So let's get started. The materials that you're going to need are a fabric, elastic. This is a 1/4 flat elastic, tape measure, scissors, and pony beads. You need this for adjusting your elastic. Okay, first thing you want to do, for the fabric, you need 3 pieces of fabrics. Now, 2 of them, you have to cut it by 10 and a half by 7.5. So I chose 2 contrasting color fabrics. And the third fabric, I'm using this one here. This is it's just a lunch napkin or dinner napkin that I have, and I'm choosing this as the third fabric. It's because it has a little seam on here. That way I don't have to make a seam. But if you don't have this kind of any fabric will do. It's just that you have to fold it and make a seam for the filter pocket. Okay, so first thing you want to do is cut 2 pieces of fabric 10 and a half by 7.5. Okay, so next, now you're going to fold the fabric in half, like so, and then measure 2 inches this side and 2 inches on the other side. So I'm just using my mat, so that's 2 inches here, 2 inches there, and 2 inches over here. Okay, and then get your ruler, and you're going to cut this. Okay, and you do that on all corners. Okay, so now after you cut the corners, it's gonna look like this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is fold the fabric in half again, get a plastic cap or a saucer, and you put this one here from one end. You want to create like a curve. Okay, so from one end to the other. So you would, let me see here. You can use a bowl, see? And then when you have that on there, then you want to cut it. So that's how it's going to look. Okay, that's how it's going to look. Now you want to do the same thing on here, but you're going to leave a little space here for the seam. So what you're going to do, using one of the fabric, you want to fold it in half. Okay, fold it in half like that, and then put it over this fabric here. Okay, gonna remember I folded this one here. Okay, fold the fabric, and then if you make a lot of mask, you might as well put that in piece of paper like this, so it's easier. And so this is for the first two fabric, and then this is for the third fabric. Okay, so but I'm trying to eliminate this step because I'm just going to show it to you directly on fabric for the filter pocket. Okay, now you're going to cut along here, so just follow the fabric. Okay, so now you have two of this fabric. Now one of them will have to be the same top. Now it will be the top, so you have to be the same as this one. So let's cut this tag in here. So now you're gonna put this back over the fabric, and now you're gonna cut this part here. Okay, so so you're gonna cut it. Okay, so now we're going to assemble the fabric. It is very important that if you want a different color fabric to be the outside, then it's very important that you assemble it right. So if you want the black to be outside, now you want to put the interior fabric first. So this is the interior fabric, and this is the outside fabric, which is the black. And then now you're going to put the one fabric the fabric that you put on top would be the filter pocket. Now those two little pieces. So now you put the top in here. Okay. Now now I skipped a step only because now this one here has a seam. Now if you have a fabric that doesn't have a seam, before you assemble the fabric, you have to put a seam on the edge of this fabric. Okay, both. See right here, it already has a seam, so I didn't have to sew it. Okay, so now, so after that, since you already have a seam on there, so you put this, assemble them. Now, okay, put the top first, and you want to put the bottom, and you will overlap. You're going to overlap from on this corner. This is where you're going to put the elastic. So you would measure 1/2 inch on each, from this side to this side would be 1/2 inch, and from this side to this side another 1/2 inch. Okay, so we'll mark 1/2 inch over here, and we'll mark another 1/2 inch over here. The same thing on this side. You cut two 13.5 elastic. So we're going to insert the beads. Okay, so this is going to make the elastic adjustable. Now this is the standard 9mm pony beads. Okay, so you're going to need 4. First you insert one. You might want to have to fold. There. Okay, and then put it in the center. Put it in the center of the elastic. Okay, make sure it's centered. And then you make a knot. Okay, and then pull it, and make sure that the both elastics are even. But see, in this case it's not, then you have to adjust it. Still not, so you have to pull. There, it's even now. Okay, so now you're going to insert the other one using in both. So if you have this is a wire, it's easier to get the elastic through. Now if you don't have this wire, you can use you know, those vegetable wires. So you put this both elastic inside like so, and insert it inside the hole of the beads, and then you pull it. Now if it's hard to pull, you can just do one elastic at a time. So you just use one first, and It's easier to pull. And then get the other elastic and put it inside. See? So now you have both elastic inside the beads. See? So it's easier now. So if you want to tighten it, just pull it closer and you loosen it, it goes this way. Okay? What you can do, if you want to make it even stronger, you can put 2 beads. That way, you know, one is enough, but like some people might use it often and the elastic lose its strength, and you might need to, when you pull it, you know, it doesn't have much strength, whatever. Right now it's working good, but if you think that in the future, after several washes and everything, you might need more strength, you can put 2 beads in there, and it would make it stronger. So now let's do the other one. So now I have both elastics with the beads on there. So now we're going to assemble it. So this one here, we're gonna clip this fabric first. The 3 fabric want to clip together. 3 fabrics clip together. Okay, so now you're going to put the elastic inside the first layer. So open that one and that one, okay? So usually when you make the elastic for the ears, you would attach both ends in one side, right here, okay? That's how you would do it if you put it on the ears. But since this is around the head, so one end of the elastic would go on one side and the other on the other side, okay? And you do the same thing over here. It would go like that. Okay, so now you align it, you know, where you had the mark, that's where the one end goes. And the other one on the other side, do the same thing. And the other side. So now we're going to the sewing machine and we are going to sew all around, okay? I usually want to start on this corner, one corner over here. And when you reach, do a running stitch, and when you reach the elastic, you want to do it 3 times. You want to back stitch it and then go back and forth. That way you're going to sew over the elastic like 3 times, okay? So now go back stitching. So now after you sew all the sides, what you want to do is cut all these edges, okay? The corners, so it's easier when you flip it over, it won't be bulky. So you cut all this, the pointy ends, just a little bit, not too much, okay? So it's just when you turn it over, it won't be it won't bulk up. Okay, so then on this side here where there is a curve, you want to cut around so that it's easier when you won't it won't wrinkle when you turn it over. You don't cut over where you sew it, it's just close to it, not over. Now you want to turn it over, okay? Okay, so now you're going to iron so it will be flat and it's easier to sew. So make sure that you pull that pointy corners. Oh, iron this. Just pull the elastic. So what you're gonna do now is you also want to fold this one here, okay? But fold this where just right above the elastic. Fold it like that, but don't iron the elastic. So go this way and then iron this part here, fold, and you would do the same thing on the other side. You want to fold it just where the above, just a little bit above the elastic, okay? And make sure they're kind of the same. So okay, so it should take your mask to the sewing machine, and we want to sew just close to the ends, you know, sew it around here, okay? You pull the plastic while you're working, so you want to sew over it. So now what we're going to do is sew for the nose wire. Now, for those of you who do not want to do a nose wire, then you can skip this step. But for some, this mask is it fits to your face that I don't even need a nose wire. But I'm just going to show you how to do it in case anybody wants to know how to do it. So, and the nose wire pocket that I'm going to put on there, I'm not going to close it up so that you can remove the nose wire when it's ready to wash. So now on the point, this one here, this is where the nose is going to be. You're going to measure 1.5 from that point to the right side. You measure 1.5, and you do the same thing on the other side, 1.5. And then you want to measure 1/2 inch down, okay? All the way. You just follow this the stitch of the fabric, but from where you had your stitch, measure 1/2 inch down all the way. So it's going to look like this. See, 1/2 inch all the way down from where you measure from where you start the stitch, not from the tip of at the top of the fabric. Next thing you want to do is you want to fold, you know, where you ironed it. That's why you had to iron it, so it's easier when you fold it. See where you fold it? Now you want to measure 2 inches from this corner all the way over here, because you want to sew that. So you want to measure 2 inches, and you do the same thing on the other side. And you want to do both sides. So 2 inches. Yeah. So now what we're going to do is sew this here on this one here. We don't want to sew all the way. Some masks, they want you to sew all the way, and I don't really want to do that because the more you sew all the way, then there's going to be more holes, and which is not really necessary. So sewing this like here, 2 inches, it will form the mask. So now we're going to go to the sewing machine and sew this part and this part, okay? So this is how it looks, okay? So this is your nose wire pocket, and it's not closed on each side, so that way you can insert a nose wire like this one. You're going to use this kind of nose wire. You can insert it on here. See? There. And then when you're ready to wash, you can take it off. See, take it off. Okay, so and then this one here, there's a pocket. See, you can put the filter in there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to fold it so it will fit your face. Now, fold this pointy part, put it all the way up where it would, like it's vertical, it's okay. And then you clip that, and you do the same thing on the other side, okay? Do the other side. Sometimes, I mean, the perfect scenario would be they're all like aligned together, but sometimes they're not. Don't worry about it. So just go like that, clip it, and you do the other side. So now what you're going to do is sew all the way through here, okay? And also on the other side. Don't forget to change your thread color, because if you have 3 different fabric, then you're gonna have to keep changing the thread, unless you don't really care, you know. So now we're gonna sew this. I want to sew this slowly over here because it's very thick. So now you're actually done with your face mask. So if you notice, you know, the face mask is not flat. The old face mask that I used to, the other face mask that I used to have is just flat, and there's no room here when to breathe. So it's kind of like, it's very hard to breathe. So but now that it's curved, so you have a little bit more room on there for your mouth and your nose. So now I'm trying it on. See, it fits perfect on me right there. And here's my chin. It's right there. And the back, if you want to put it up, that's fine. Put it up there. And then this one, you can tighten it like that. Or you can put it up like that. See? If you put it up, it's more secure. See? I put it up here, my head, right there. So my hair is in the way. So it's right there. Okay? Now, if some of you feel that this is so complicated and you feel that you can't do it, I make some of these available for purchase at my Etsy store, and I'm going to put a link on the description. If you want to, prefer not to make it yourself and you prefer to buy it, it takes a while to get used to it if you're not used to sewing, but you can do it, you know, just it takes a little practice. So, but anyway, it's available for you if you don't want to go that route. So okay, so now as promised, I'm going to show you the tip of the day. Get your face mask laundry bag. This has a zipper on it, and then get a barbecue stick. So it would put it inside like that, and you would want to get a string, see here, and put the string through, and you want to tie it. This is the wall close to our garage, and I put this 3M hook in here, and I put clean, these are all clean face masks. So I put it in a Ziploc bag, and then the laundry bag, that you put this over here, okay, and then put the bag on there, okay, the Ziploc. So that's how it looks right now. So I tell everybody in our family, before they leave, you know, they grab a clean one, and then when they come home, they bring that dirty mask and put it inside here, okay. And it's good. And then I also on this side here, I put this little thing for the nose wire. If anybody wants to use the nose wire, they can put that on there and take it off before they put it inside there. So it's a good idea to have 2 of these, because that way, you know, when this is full of dirty mask, you don't have to untie it and remove this one here. You just have to get another bag and take it off from there. So it's a good idea to have 2 of these. Before they leave, they get a clean one, and they come home, bring that dirty one and put it on here, and you can just wash it every day. This one here, I have it available on my Etsy store, and it's reinforced stitches on the side so that it would be sturdy. It would hold a few washes. Okay, so if you don't want to make this yourself, but I have it available at my Etsy store if you want to do that. Okay, so thank you very much, and stay safe, and don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and daghang salamat.